Okay, so I'm gonna show you the loadout for my recent ski trip. I know these are kind of far away, but over here is the skis, poles, and down there at the end is the boots. So those are obviously included in whatever clothes I was wearing. But this is a pack, and this is basically everything I brought is here right now. I just got back. It weighed 25 pounds when I started, and now it weighs 23 pounds, which doesn't really make sense to me because this water bottle was full when I started. You know, a liter and a half of water weighs a lot, like what, 4 pounds or something? I don't know. So I think the reason it's only 2 pounds difference is because the tent's wet, I guess, is the only thing, you know. And maybe other things are a little bit wet, so we gained some moisture and lost this moisture in the food for one day. And there's a little bit of food in here, I'll show you. So what I got, this is a little camera holder, which I never used, but it's like if I want to do a video out there, I can do that. Pair of sunglasses, never used because it was rainy and snowy. Bunch of things I never used in here. GPS unit I never used because I used my phone, and some wax I never used. So there's a good chunk of stuff I never used. The only other thing in here is my stove, which is a tiny little stove. I'll show you. This tiny little thing. I don't know if it's focusing right, but it's like 28 grams. Really light. Okay, that's it for the side pockets. I had taken off, by the way, I'll show you. I took off this thing, which is the top lid for my backpack, just to save weight because I didn't really need it. And I opted not to bring this, which, you know, yeah, I would have liked to have had it at times, but it is some extra weight. So here's what we had in the main compartment. And this is not organized very well because, you know, it was packed hastily this morning. This is my garbage for the trip. This is the body of my tent. This is the Marmot tent. It's a little damp, so I'm going to be drying that out. This is my shell that I was wearing the first day when it was really precipitating. It's quite damp, so it's heavier than normal. This is the fly. It's a little damp. I brought a pair of down pants for sleeping in. This is a bag that I use to inflate my sleeping pad. These are my booties that I wear. They're awesome outdoor research. They're not down, but they are very great. Down coat that I wore, kind of to sleep in and just hanging out around camp. This is my stakes, which are some old stakes I made a long time ago, and they're getting kind of worn out now, but they're made with they're like the tomato plant wooden things, and then I just taped a piece of colored tape on it. A whole bunch of those. They don't weigh much because they're that lightweight wood. This thing, of course, is the most awesome thing to have is a microfiber towel for wiping down the tent and cleaning up anything and everything, your face, whatever. My cook kit, which, you know, goes along with my stove. I'll just open this up to kind of show you how it goes. It's a little thing like that with the lid. And here's another towel, microfiber towel, and a fuel can. I use a little fuel can when it's like a one-night trip. On a lot of my trips, I use bigger fuel cans. I wouldn't take multiple little fuel cans. trip like this, it's nice to have that little one, and it doesn't take up much space in here, and it's very light. I've never really weighed my complete, kitchen, so to speak, but I know it's very, very light because this doesn't weigh much, and the little stove is nothing. There's a couple more items I'll show you. These are the gloves that I wore the first day when it was raining. They're waterproof gloves. The one thing that's not here is the gloves I wore at night and today, which are just some other gloves that are more like insulated versus waterproof. I was using this hat that is on my head right now in the daytime, but this is my sleeping hat because it's got a little strap to keep it on your head, and it's nice to have a dry hat when you get in camp. Oh, here's a charger cable for my phone. Here's the holes for the tent. This is my bathroom's toiletries, which actually, it's interesting. On this trip, I didn't use any of this, but because I didn't brush my teeth or my hair, because it was just a single night, and I just roughed it. And there's like lotion and chapstick and tooth pickers and nail file, and so I'm gonna make a pile of stuff I didn't use. We'll see how big that pile gets. This is stuff I didn't use. Okay, what else we got? Toilet paper. Did use that. This is my grab everything bag. So in here is the rest of my kitchen. That's where the stove is supposed to go. Where did I put that there? It's supposed to go in here. In here I've got 2 lighters and a spoon that I use to eat, and a couple more toothpicker things. So that's really my kitchen is these 2 things. Also I have a coffee bag, wipes, which I didn't use on this trip, temperature gauge, and a knife. I did use the knife for my cheese and crackers. Temperature gauge I didn't look at, but it's attached to the knife, so it goes there. This is my supplements, like vitamins and ibuprofen, etc. Here's a charger cable for my GPS unit, which I didn't use, so it goes over there. This is what I have left food-wise, is a small chunk of cheese. That's about it for there. What else we got here? This is the pad I used. It's the Exped down mat. It's a great pad, 4 inches thick and long and wide. And this is my sleeping bag I used, Sea to Summit Ascent AC. It's a 15-degree bag, and it really matches. Like, I think you could almost sleep at 15 degrees with this. Not quite, but I definitely have slept in it to 25 without any problems. And I think around 20, I started getting a little bit cool. It's a great sleeping bag. It's really big and light. I don't know. It's just a perfect sleeping bag. And there's my battery, which I did use. Battery bank for charging your phone. And one more thing. My pillow. A little Nemo pillow. Awesome thing. And that's it. This bag's empty. This is like a 4-pound bag. I mean, it's 4 with the top part on it, which I didn't have, so it's a little under 4, I guess. Apparently not waterproof because some moisture did. I think next time, there was quite a bit of rain the first day, and some moisture penetrated this and penetrated through these. There was little spots of moisture here and there, so I think I'm going to have to use waterproof stuff sacks. Wasn't really a problem on this trip, but if it was, like a serious multi-day trip with significant rain, I definitely want to have more waterproof stuff sacks. So that's everything. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to mention. Well, this is the pile that we ended up with of stuff I didn't use. That's interesting, huh? Probably about, half pound of stuff there or something, but it's good to have stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, that's what I had for this trip.